thousands of people. There are many different types. It's worse than a broken bone. It can kill you. It is cancer. Yes, I mean cancer. Do you know what happened to Mrs. Hook? Yes, that Mrs. Hook, my mum. Well, she had a lump of cancer pressing against the left side of her brain and her left eye. It all started with just a tiny lump between the corner of her eye and her nose. She thought it was just an allergic reaction to glitter that got caught in her eye from all the sewing she does. But when she went to the doctors, they took some x-rays, and boy, did our family get a surprise when she said she has a lump of cancer as big as your fist, pressing against the left side of her brain and her left eye. There are 3 different types of treatment for cancer. They are operation, radiation, and chemotherapy. Mum had to have all 3. A big operation took the lump of cancer right out, and after a week, after the operation, she was tired and in lots of pain. But after a week, she felt much better and could come home to us. Yes, but now she's to wear an eye patch. Then she had to have radiation. This is where they use a machine with lasers to kill the cancer and stop it from growing back. Mum had to have radiation 30 times and says, even though it's like sunburn, it doesn't hurt. Chemotherapy is where they stick a needle into your arm and pump in the medicine. It can make you feel very sick, and sometimes it can make your hair fall out, but luckily it grows back. Mum has to have chemotherapy twice and says she thinks she's quite lucky her hair didn't fall out. Sad, happy, anxious, worry. These are the feelings I felt when Mum had cancer. I spent a night curled up in bed, hugging a pillow, crying, waiting for the day she would come home. Although it was hard, Dad spent most of his time looking after us. We are so lucky to have had lots of help from people who have looked after us, cooked us dinners, baked for us, and given us lots of presents. Mrs. Chambers is even doing the ride to conquer cancer. She has to ride 200 kilometres over 1 weekend in Auckland. The money goes towards helping doctors and scientists raise money for cancer. Mrs. Chambers has already raised over $9,000 already. Her goal is to raise $15,000. When Mum came home, I was in complete shock with what had happened to her. But at the same time, I was running towards her with tears of joy, so badly wanting to give her a hug. Now when people look at her, they ignore her lost eye and realise she's still the same awesome woman she was before. She can still read, write and teach. And of course, she's still my special mum.